Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about in regards to the Anita Max Win tour before Drake had postponed it, rescheduled it, whatever the case may be, there was a talking point that people were talking about on the internet, and that was the situation with everybody requesting things from Drake in this type of giveaway type of scenario where people would go to the concert and they would ask for stuff. They would ask for an engagement ring, they would ask for him to pay their bills, ask for a car, ask to pay the mortgage, trips to Greece, Birkins, cancer patients, marriages. A lot of people go to this concert and it starts to feel like a giveaway. A lot of people are asking for stuff, requesting for stuff. And Drake is giving them the request. Whatever people that he picks out in the crowd, he'll actually answer to their request and give them what they want. Now, this is some type of giveaway type of theatric that's been going on at the concert. And it made me think, well, who is giving the stuff away? Like, is Drake paying out of pocket? Or is this coming from the people that sponsor the tour? And who sponsors the tour? But just to be clear, from what it looks like here, UMG is not listed as an official sponsor of Drake's Anita Max Win tour. The tour is primarily associated with Live Nation, which is known for organizing and promoting concerts and tours. Additionally, Drake has a significant partnership with Stake, a cryptocurrency platform, which has been involved in various promotional activities related to the tour. Now, you might think to yourself, what promotional activities are you talking about? Well, it's simple. One of the promotional activities happens to be a video that recently went viral earlier this month where Drake could be seen in Sydney, Australia at a penthouse where a drone catches him on the website Stake. Now, you might think, oh, was this real or was this fake? Well, it turns out this was just a promotion from Stake, considering the fact that they are actually a Sydney, Australia based company. And this is actually where their headquarters is at. So it made a lot of sense for this to be a promotional thing that they conjured up with Drake. Make it look kind of indirect. That's always been Drake's MO. But realistically, it's some type of promo, for Drake and Stake. Now you could take a look here as well. This is when Drake had went to Instagram right after the situation with the sandal and him throwing it to the drone. He had put, "The stakes are high, but so am I." And then the next photo is him wearing a Stake t-shirt. So this is clear as day that this was a promotional thing that he had conjured up with Stake. Get the drone, fly it out to the penthouse. The penthouse is in Sydney, Australia, the same place the headquarters is at for Stake. So it was kind of like a whole promo thing. And this is what we're talking about, a promotional thing that Drake is doing with Stake. But I'll let you know right now, Stake is not listed as an official sponsor of Drake's Australian tour. Drake has been associated with Stake, however, since 2022 and reportedly earned around $100 million annually from this collaboration. Now, this wasn't the first time that Drake did a promotional thing with Stake. If you could remember back around Christmas time, Drake had did a Christmas giveaway with Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross and Drake had this Drizmas giveaway in collaboration with Aiden Ross and Stake. This promotion offered fans the chance to win various prizes, including a romantic vacation, a luxury SUV, a year's worth of rent, and tickets to see Drake live during this tour. While Stake may not be an official sponsor of the tour, their ongoing partnership with Drake is evident through the various promotional activities and collaborations, such as the video with Drake and the sandal and the drone. That's kind of a promotional activity right there. Not only that, but this is also a photo of where he fulfills the promise during that stream with Aiden Ross, where he had promised this couple a honeymoon and a trip to go see him in Sydney. But remember, this was promised by Stake. So Stake was the one that had covered this. But who's covering all the other promises to the other people in the crowd? Is it Stake or is it Drake? And the reason why I say this is because I remember that time when Drake did this giveaway in Christmas with Aiden Ross. He was going back and forth in the chat logs on Kick discussing who was going to put up the money for the giveaway. It says here that Drake had typed, "Well, Eddie put some money up, but he takes it back from me, so it's me paying." Good old Ponzi scheme. This is when he was calling it a whole Ponzi scheme situation with Stake and Kick. And Drake was implying that they were supposed to do everything for him, but instead he ended up having to pay out of pocket himself, basically saying, "I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to pay out of my pocket, but since it's already been promised by the people, I guess I have to." He even follows here saying, "Yeah, it was amazing. People got blessed and Steak effed us, but that's just regular business. Even going as far as dissing them, saying F them and F this site, pretty upset that he has to pay out of his pocket for the giveaway that Steak had promised that they would back up on their end. So it made me think. So when we go to the Anita Max Win Tour, is it Steak that's providing the giveaway or is it Drake? To be quite honest with you, though, he looked very upset. Now, granted, he says, yeah, we blessed a lot of people tonight. It's cool, but Steak effed us. So it makes me feel like he didn't really want to help people in the first place when it came to that Christmas stream with Aiden Ross, but he had to because his hands were tied. How do we know if it's just not him saying that he's going to do it, but realistically, it's Steak covering the tab? Now, like I said, it's unclear whether Steak is directly funding all of the specific promises that Drake has made to his fans, especially regarding personal giveaways or surprises that Drake himself might have been involved with. Drake is known to offer spontaneous giveaways and experiences during his concerts, such as gifting money, cars, weddings, whatever the case may be. While some of these actions may come directly from Drake himself, there is a possibility that Steak could be involved in funding some of these prizes, given their ongoing partnership. This could especially be the case for larger scale promotions like the Drismas giveaway or other joint ventures. Steak is more directly involved in prize funding. In short, if Drake is promising prizes that are part of Steak related promotion, it's likely that Steak is involved in providing the funding for those specific items. However, for the other spontaneous or personal gestures, Drake might be handling them on his own. But if Drake is promising prizes that are part of a Steak related promotion, does that mean that the Anita Max Win Tour was a Steak promotion the whole time? And that's why he was so comfortable doing this giveaway? I'm just trying to make sense of it all because it really made me wonder, why are the tickets being sold at such a low price? Now, you could say that he's struggling to sell tickets. You could say for whatever reason, right? But the gambling aspect of this whole thing is what's throwing me off. From Drake doing the promotion with Steak with the drone, from the name of the tour, Anita Max Win, being in Sydney where Steak is headquartered at, and all these fans paying a low price, like a ticket number, so that way they could go to the concert with their signs and perhaps by chance win the lottery. It all feels very, very gambling related. Even the crowd in attendance feels like they're trying to make a gamble. And this is something that we had talked about in the past. What if all of this is just one big promotion that is secretly sponsored by Steak? And what if Drake is not even the one that is giving the money to these people for the giveaway? What if it's Steak? Now, granted, I will be honest with you, for any personal gesture that Drake tries to make, it could be him handling it on his own. But Steak will take care of Drake's tab if it's something related to promotion. And we already know they did some type of promotion when they did this video. And when he had doubled down on it on his Instagram and posted these pictures with the caption that read, "The stakes are high, but so am I." So it just makes me feel like, was this whole tour just some type of big promotion for Steak and Drake to do some collaboration overseas at their hometown headquarters? Realistically, it could be either Drake or Steak funding the promises Drake is making at his concerts. If the giveaway or prizes are part of a collaboration or promotion with Steak, then it's likely Steak that is funding those prizes, like the Drismas giveaway. But remember, the people that were there at this concert were also people that were part of the Drismas giveaway as well. But remember, Drake was mad because he had to pay out of pocket. He said he didn't care, but he was still upset at Steak because they had left him hanging. At this point, I'm wondering which promises are for Steak to take care of and for Drake to take care of. It's the fact that if this was a tour that was promoted by Steak, it's kind of crazy how it all played out. You have Anita Max Win Tour, which is something that Drake was heavily saying when he was doing the gambling on Steak. From the name of the tour, Anita Max Win Tour, a thing that Drake says constantly when he's gambling on Steak, to the low ticket sales that people were buying really cheap so that way they could get a chance to win a bigger prize, a giveaway, a raffle, a lottery. Either way you call it, it's still a gamble. You're paying money to see if you could have a chance to win something, but also have the opportunity to see Drake if you're a fan of him, whatever the case may be. But the fact that this was done in Sydney, Australia as well, which is the headquarters of Steak, it really made me think, what if this whole thing was secretly promoted by Steak? And if it is, then the writing is all over the wall. This whole tour, in some type of way, was all about gambling and just a big promotion for Steak. Now, this is just a theory. This is something that I was just thinking about. Making a whole tour specifically just to promote Steak and gambling is something that people are not going to ride with. Now, I remember a stream with XQC and Drake where XQC had told Drake, "Why Australia? Why are you going to Australia?" And he said, "I don't know. I love it there. I haven't been there in 8 years." Could it be because Steak is in Australia and he's only going there to do this performance because he's sponsored by them? But we know that Drake wanted to get away from the States because of the Super Bowl. We know that Drake didn't want to be around the States or Canada. We know that Drake didn't want to be around the States during the time of the Super Bowl. But what are the chances that they do this big gambling related tour around the time of the Super Bowl, help him get away from the Super Bowl and all of the embarrassment, while at the same time going to Australia to help Stake out, but doing it subliminally though? But what are the chances that this was just Stake and Drake getting together so that way they could promote their website while Drake could get away from the Super Bowl? As far as Drake helping these people out, it's up for debate if Stake is going to help him with it or not. Is it Stake or Drake helping these people? I'm not too sure. But it's crazy to think that the whole purpose of this tour could have just been to promote Stake while he's in Australia. Y'all can tell me how you feel about that. Do y'all think that this tour was just a big promotion for Stake? Do you think that it was just Drake? Do you think that it was just Drake trying to get away? Do you think that, or do you think that it was just Drake trying to get away from the Super Bowl, had low ticket sales, didn't do well, canceled the show, and had to keep moving forward, couldn't just bear it? Y'all can tell me how you feel about that in the comments, man. Let me know how you feel. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.